this is Nikki and I'm back with part 3 of today's message. So I just wanted to share some themes that have come through from people's healings. And so they have all been water based today. So based around actually taking like a log ride, you know, like when you go down like a big slide or in a water theme park or on the ocean swimming. So, and the theme has been around, and it's all been about basically trusting your emotions, trusting in your journey, and letting fear go. So, the other one I had, the other theme again, which is a really strong analogy, was basically the Divine Masculine was teaching her how to drive, and they were coming up to a roundabout, and on the so basically she was chatting away and not listening to him at all, and so they got onto the roundabout and then they just kept going round and round and round the roundabout, and he's trying to tell her to get off the roundabout, but she's not listening, so he eventually just stays quiet. And what happens is when he goes quiet, she then carries on going round and round. She's still chattering away to herself. But then after a while, she stops and she looks at him and realises that he's stopped talking. So then he says, can you please turn off and look at and go follow that sign? On the sign, it was written home. Now, again, why that is so powerful. And then they had, and in quite a few healings today, that passports have come up. And the song has been Passport Home. Now, I've put all of the songs that have come through from different people into the description box. So if you go into the description box, lots of different songs coming through. Passport Home, 2 Tickets to Paradise, Malibu, all of these different songs. The Malibu song, I'm just going to read some of the lyrics because these are really key. Also, the video of it has her running in, she's on the beach, but she's also running in a yellow sunflower field, and she has the balloons, very similar to what I've seen in lots of people's healings. And so I'm just going to read this because also the story about Miley Cyrus is, of course, is that she, you know, went through a tough time and split with her fella and all that stuff. But now she is clean and back together, and I think they're going to get married or something. So this is the message: to always believe, basically. So she said, this is the words to the Malibu song. Oh, the other thing is all these themes around passports, around, I did a healing for a lady and I saw them strapped to a plane on either side. It was a red plane and they were strapped to either side of the wing. Talk about, you know, taking the plunge and, you know, not living, you know, not being fearful, but they were both strapped either side of the wing of the plane. And it was very specific that the plane was red. And then she's just come back to me to say that actually he had gone on, it's quite unusual, but he had gone on a flight last week or a few weeks ago. And also the favourite colour that he wears is red. And he only wears red when he's feeling confident. So you know, that's a great sign, you know, again, that the Divine Masculines are rising up in their I am, you know, and feeling better about themselves, which is great. And so all the themes have been around, you know, everything based around water, which is all about emotions, becoming more and more in touch with your emotions. The other theme was about this, you know, the analogy of the roundabout. Now, of course, what that is that's mind over matter, because actually your heart, the significance of them being in a car together is your heart is your navigator, right? So the fact that he is in the car with her trying to teach her just says to me that, you know, she's focusing too much on her mind and needs to go more and more and more into the heart, because that's where your heart is, that's where your twin is navigating you the way home, right? Exactly what was seen in the healing. And so the other thing is about, you know, dreaming the impossible. In another person's healing, they were fishing using a fishing rod, and they were fishing to pick up the heart of the ocean. He was frightened that he was going to drop it because he didn't want to, basically, he didn't want to risk it in case he would drop the necklace. But the whole point was is that, you know, they did it together. So the healing was is that actually they used the fishing rod together, and they both brought up the necklace. So lots of, you know, lots of very strong themes coming through. Basically, again, but I mean, the main points is it's all water. So it's everything emotional, much more in touch with their emotions. The second thing is about mind over matter. You know, the roundabout analogy is incredibly powerful, right? He's trying to tell her to get off the roundabout, and she's like still not listening and like in her own world. That is because your heart is your navigator home, right? And the next one is this, which is the Malibu song. So this is all about creating the change, right? To have this into a physical connection here as well, which is why I was led to use this card. Because this is the song. I never came to the beach or stood by the ocean, and I never sat by the shore under the sun with my feet in the sand. But you brought me here. And I'm happy that you did, because now I'm as free as birds catching the wind. I always thought I would sink, so I never swam. I never went boating, and don't get how they are floating. And sometimes I get so scared of what I can't understand. But here I am, I'm next to you, and the sky's more blue in Malibu. We watched the sun go down as we were walking, and I'd spent the rest of my life just standing here talking. You would explain the current as I just smile, hoping that you'll stay the same and nothing will change. And it'll be us just for a while. And do they even exist? That's when I make the wish to swim away with the fish. Is it supposed to be this hot all summer long? I never would have believed you if 3 years ago you told me I'd be here writing this song. We are just like the waves that flow back and forth. Sometimes I feel like I'm drowning and you're there to save me. And I want to thank you with all of my heart. It's a brand new start, a dream come true in Malibu. Well, and that's really what I get the sense of, basically, is that there is a brand new start. It's a brand new kind of awareness into their emotions, right? A brand new feeling of wanting to break free from everything and to come into more and more and more of this kind of heart-centered living. The other thing is the animals that have kept coming through were fish. Now, fish is a sign of abundance and faith. The other animals were flamingos. Flamingos are for heart healing. And the other one is the duck. The duck is the symbol of happy marriage, right? So those are the three animals that have appeared in people's healings today. The first video that I did this morning about the cat, saying that anything is possible. I heard back from the lady who I did that healing for, where the cat featured. When she was driving home, she was going into her street, and there was a ginger cat that stopped in front of her before she was turning into her street. So this is what I mean by anything is possible, and expect the unexpected, because you know this is really strongly the guidance that we're getting. And not only that, but in people's healings, you know, it was really specific about seeing these cats in outer space and cats, I mean, just random things. But when I look up the cat symbology is this. I'm just going to read it out for you, because it is, again, really special. It's the cat symbolism is this. As for symbolism, cats are symbolic of rebirth and resurrection per their 9 lives. Because they are nocturnal, they are also associated with the darkness. Cats are also symbols of mystery and magic, as aforementioned, but also unpredictability and even healing. So you know why that is so perfect again? That this love is mysterious, right? That you can't predict it. There is no predicting it. This is exactly what we're being told. They are rebirthing. We're all rebirthing into, you know, a new version. We're like the phoenix rising up out of the ashes into a pure version, a pure spirit. Look at that, pure spirit, a purer spirit of who we truly are as spirits living a physical experience. but we've got to let our physical bodies catch up, right? So that's why, you know, that there is this sense of, you know, that there's a sense of, can I trust it? But you have to trust it, because all of these messages are here. The fact that the cat, right, so the in healings today, it was the fish, the cat, the duck, and the flamingos. Flamingos is for heart healing. The duck is a sign of happy marriage. The fish is the sign of faith, of hope, and the cat is the symbol of rebirth and resurrection, and also of healing. So, beautiful messages from the animal kingdom, from all of you that are coming to me for healing, and for everyone that is on this journey, because you have to expect the unexpected. Unpredictability is the key. All right, I hope that helps. And if you want to come to me for healing, or to join the crystal grid, or to have an energy read using these cards, which are amazing, they tell such a great story. And I do them all the time for me and my twin, because it just gives me, you know, although I have his guidance with me all the time, still I want to know, you know, it just gives me, I know immediately when I start going into my head, because I can, well, basically because he tells me straight away, but also because I can sense it, because I start to feel a little bit of I see the anxiety card come up, and then I know straight away, oh, okay, I need to move back into my heart. So that's the thing, always be in your heart space as much as possible, because it's all about believing in the unbelievable. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.